Eric Horn here at Talking Stick Resort Arena in Phoenix. Final score tonight, the Thunder beats the Suns 118-102 to sweep the four-game series of the Suns in the regular season. Thunder, basically played down to the Suns' level for 2 quarters, the second and third quarter. Played pretty well in the first quarter, but then blew them out with an 18-4 run to start the fourth quarter. And that was started by Dennis Schroder. Dennis Schroder was outstanding tonight. He started really slowly, 3 of 12 from the field, but he scores 14 of his 20 points in the fourth quarter. By the time Westbrook and Steven Adams come back into the game, the Thunder's lead is 90-88, even though they were trailing to start the quarter. So big time performance from Dennis Schroder stepping up in Paul George's absence, with Paul George having the right quad contusion, and a big time performance from Russell Westbrook. This is a guy who struggled with his shot through the entire month of December, pretty much through the entire season, save for a stretch where he came back from his arthroscopic knee surgery earlier in the year. Russell Westbrook finishes with his high for the season, 40 points. He scores 15 points in the fourth quarter. Once he comes back on, he's a part of that 18-4 run with Schroder, and they were utterly dominant in that stretch. You saw some of the swagger from the Thunder in the fourth quarter. Westbrook pointing, talking, the Thunder's defense creating deflections, getting blocked shots, getting stops when they needed to, putting pressure on ball handlers that was missing in the second and third quarters. Big defensive stand for the Thunder in the fourth quarter to put the Suns away. This is a big performance again from the Thunder, and not just from not just from the big players in Russell Westbrook and Dennis Schroder, but Abdul Nader as well. Nader's a guy who had to play extended minutes tonight, not just because of Paul George being out, but because Terrence Ferguson went out in the first half. He only played 7 minutes tonight because he had an illness. Abdul Nader steps in, plays 33 minutes, scores 18 points. That's a career high for him. And a lot of the guys like Schroder and Russell Westbrook were talking up Abdul Nader as a guy who's worked really hard to get to where he is, and he came through tonight. Even Nerlens Noel, before tonight's game and at morning shoot around, was saying that Nader's a guy who's going to step up. He predicted it, that Nader was going to step up, and he did. Put the ball on the floor, shot the 3-ball pretty well tonight, and he got out to a pretty good start for a guy who's had limited minutes this season. I think he came into this game averaging 3.5 minutes per game, finishes with 33 minutes, and he's the Thunder's 3rd leading scorer. He kind of helped right the ship for the Thunder in that second unit, because Schroder was pushed into the first unit with Russell Westbrook to start, and he got it off to such a slow start, Schroder. Nader was really the guy who was the spark in the second unit to help the Thunder through the first, second, and third quarter. Thunder heads to Dallas on Sunday for the first game of a back-to-back. No word on Paul George as of now as whether or not he'll be available for that game, but they're off Saturday, which gives the Thunder some additional time to get Paul George some treatment on that right quad, see if he'll be ready for Sunday's game. Here's some post-game video from Billy Donovan, Dennis Schroder, Abdul Nader, and Russell Westbrook.